everyone. Can you hear me? Welcome to day two of the Real Estate Online Conference. This is Ayo Esian, the convener of this amazing conference. I would be so glad if you could just give me feedback concerning my audio. If you can see me and you can hear me, let me see your comments on the chat. Welcome to another exciting uh, session tonight. Yesterday was very impactful. We learned a lot. We had amazing guests, Monica Oge, as well as Mr. Paul Olajide, who is the MD CEO of Land Bank Homes. Now, real estate is an industry where many people haven't fully understood yet. They know that it can give them massive return on investment. It's used as a vehicle to generate wealth. But how to actually assess the opportunity in real estate has been a challenge for many people. And that is what informed this conference. This conference is meant to just provide the necessary information and some sort of roadmap that would guide you, that is listening, that is interested in investing in real estate or interested in being a part of the value chain in real estate. Okay. I'm not the expert. I'm also learning the industry, but I've been able to identify seasoned experts who have had over collectively more than 2 decades of experience in the industry, and we've been able to bring them together to provide the necessary guidance, the necessary mentorship and information that will propel us towards massive success in this industry. All right. So if you can hear me, leave a comment that you can hear me, and also do well to share this link or wherever you're watching from. For those of us who registered, I want to believe that you got the information via mail. Do well to participate fully. All right. So we have two guests today, and also my wife will be joining us as co-host. Um, she's doing a little bit of setup, in a bid to just provide more clarity in our conversation with the speakers. Okay, so so good to see you, Mrs. Essien, my beautiful wife. How are you?
Hello. Good
All right, welcome.
good
Please
evening.
join
Thank
me
you for
as co-host.
having me.
While we are waiting for our guests, um, I would like to see comments around what you think about real estate. That is, for those who are watching us, if you know, if you've been in the industry and you have some form of experience, you could leave in the comment to share with us. All right. Real estate, and any person will agree with me. If you've read anything about it, you will know that real estate has been the most, how will I put it now? Real estate has been the industry, yes, that has provided the most return, the most billionaires rather globally, right? And for every business person who intends to become successful, it's important that we pay attention to it. If something has provided so much return on investment to as many people as we've come to know, and as a business person, you should pay attention to it and say, okay, I might not understand how this works, but I need to get the knowledge. I need to get the information. And that is why we are here. All right. And and I will want us to be very attentive to what we are sharing here, and take notes if you can, because these experts that have brought to us on their own, reaching them would cost a lot, but they've agreed to come uh, share with us. Okay, and I'm so excited to have them. So, Before our first guest comes live, I would just want to ask, what do you think about real estate, Mrs. Essen? If yes, what do you think about real estate generally as an investment vehicle? Just your thoughts about it. Is this something you think people should fully understand and leverage on?
Okay, so first of all, thank you for having me. Brilliant initiative, and is a part and parcel of real estate. Okay, everybody is affected by
Exactly.
real estate. We live and breathe real estate, but not every reach the benefits, outstanding benefits of what it has to offer. Well, I would say it's a great source of income, at different levels. There are different levels. There's no one side. There are different levels of benefiting from real estate. And I think people started looking at it more closely and
Okay.
understanding that, wow, this I can do well at. This is my family can do well at. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Essen, for that thoughts.
Okay.
Now, our first
Do I still on?
guest is around.
Okay.
Good to have you, sir. Welcome, Mr. Jasper
Hey.
Bona. Good to have you. Can you speak into the mic so that we
Brilliant.
will be sure our audience can hear you, sir?
Hello,
Wow, fantastic. We can hear you.
good
So,
evening.
please, for those of us who are just joining, go and get your friends, go and get people you know to be a part of this session. Mr. Jasper is a fantastic, very, very experienced realtor. In fact, he leads one of the largest realtors group in Africa. I make bold to say that because having come to know the work O2 realtors do in providing real estate opportunities to their investors, to investors all around the world, it is very humbling, and I'm really, really appreciative of him taking the time out to be with us here tonight. You are highly, highly welcome, sir.
It's a pleasure.
So, thank you. He's a big man, oh, very humble big man. All right. So, Mr. Jasper, thank you again for being here. I want to just ask you the first question, which is in real estate, we've seen a lot of people complain about fraud. There have been cases where people invest and they lose their money, and it's a challenge to new investors because they think if somebody has this story about investing and losing money, what would make me not be a victim of that as well? So I want you to show more light on what you think are the signs of a fraudulent real estate deals. You've seen all sorts, I know. What are the signs of a fraudulent real estate investment, and how can investors spot these signs so as not to make mistakes and lose their money?
Right.
Did you get the question, sir?
Sure. The
All
first
right.
mistake an investor want to make is to go direct to a unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are going to real estate investment for the first time, and you want to boycott the real estate companies, boycott the realtors, and go straight to the native to begin to buy. You may be buying a land that has been sold to 10 or 5 people or more.
Mm,
So you're buying
mm,
trouble, you're buying trouble.
mm,
So the first thing not to do is to go buying from the local. No matter how
mm,
they push you, don't do that. Okay?
mm,
Buying from real estate company might be a little bit expensive, but it's still safer for you. One, you can hold the real estate companies, you can hold them, but you can't hold the money less when the chips are down.
mm,
So that's
mm.
one issue we are having. Now, forward, if you are going to buy through, let's assume that if you don't want to go to the moneyless, which is a high risk area, you don't want to go with the companies who have debt with the moneyless and come out clean. Now, what do you have to check out for the company? Now, one thing people don't know, when you need to buy and the company tells you you can pay for 4 years, 5 years, for me, it's a problem.
Mm.
Well, play for 4 years, which this company is not willing and ready to develop until after 5 years.
Hmm.
Okay. Meanwhile, the company are paying them development levy on the spot or the same period, and the development time is 5 years. So that's a problem. Another problem also, when you begin to see a land that is too good for the price, it's also a red flag. Okay. Now, example, you go to Bejuleki, someone says has a land in Bejuleki, regional refinery with CFO or with government consent, and that land goes for 5 million naira per plot, and you want to go and buy because it's cheap, you're buying
Mm.
trouble.
Mm.
Now, is that the person bought before and didn't know that that they're going to do 8 lane there? The person bought road and didn't know, and now you know that he bought road. They want to sell that road to you and go away.
Mm. Mm.
So he's selling to you. You're buying land, but you're buying road without knowing.
Mm.
So when it's too cheap, also be worried about that.
Beware. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how do we
So you're
avoid?
saying that.
Okay.
So you're saying that um cheap lands are a red flag. Is that the point you're trying to make?
Depending on location. Now, let me give example. Now, somebody comes to tell you, I have a land in Banana, that's selling for 100 million per plot in Banana. Will you buy? It's time. You know, it's huge money. 200 million. 200 million. Even 400 million can give you a plot of land in Banana land. But if somebody tells you, I have a land in Banana for 400 million, you buy, you were scammed, my brother.
Yeah.
So if
Mm.
it's too cheap, be careful. It's relative based on the area. So if you do
Yeah.
market analysis before you buy, know what price range in the area you're buying. So when you want to buy and the price is too cheap, also that's an issue. Except you're buying a distress sale anyway. If the distress sale is another problem, but if you're a distress sale, it's a problem that is too cheap. Don't buy it.
Hmm. Um, can I chip in a question?
Please.
Please go ahead, please.
So the thing is, understand the market value of these lands to determine whether this is so cheap, something that is a good price. Okay, and you also talked about distress selling, sell whether it's lands or cars or whatever, because of so much to get immediate cash. So how would you know whether this person is selling because of this person is selling, and it's a fraudulent deal?
Now, I tell people when I buy land, you're not buying crayfish. Okay, you're not buying potato. Not like you're going to marry. You have to do diligence. You have to do diligence. You
Yeah.
want to marry a lady, you do a background check on the lady, both home and outside home. So you want to buy the property, you do also a background check. That's a fact. Do a
Yeah.
background check. Background check will tell you what actually is happening on that land. Is it distress? Is it direct sale? What's happening to the land?
Okay.
And if you do background check, you're not fall victim. But without that, it may fall victim also.
Okay. Okay. Mm. Okay. So now, what role does this realtors group in helping? And why it's very important. You don't go through buy this land on your own, or you don't invest in real estate by yourself. You have to um, seek the guidance of a realtor, and not just anybody who claims to be a realtor. You have to seek the guidance of um, a realtor group or a realtor community that has experience and expertise. And so, can you share like what are the things that these realtor groups like yours do to ensure that investors are not making mistakes? Do you have some? Uh, could you just share one of the things you do the background check? Because an investor can say, "Oh, I don't have. How do I do a background check? I don't have the resource. I don't have the time." Do you understand? So, how does realtors group like yours come in to help investors do the research and
Now, before we even put any properties, any company's property or estate, We do a background check. We do diligence. We search the land.
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
on the land from the other states. Make sure the land
Okay.
that is what it's or it is not. So we take what of
Okay.
investors do the work for them. So they come out, they can invest clean. That we do. So before we just bring any product to the market, we have done all the nitty-gritty that we need to do. That's why we are great professionals. We do a job. Our job is not end when we sell. In fact, when we sell, that's when our work starts. So this relationship, we don't just sell and go. We make sure we don't sell to go to jail. We sell to stay in business.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. So I want to find out from you, sir. Now, um, is it possible for an investor to dissociate fraudulent investments without losing everything? That is, if an investor has made a wrong choice in investing, what are the ways for are there ways that that investor can reclaim his money back, or are there laws that protect the investor if that person has already made the mistake?
Uh, Investors, it is their duty to do just what they invest. And like I said,
Yeah.
for we do that for them. But if an investor goes ahead to buy directly from sellers,
Yeah.
it might be oilless, it might be secondary sellers, whoever they may be. Okay? And most times the foreign sellers are not from the person who property, from other property. Some people can clone here documents and go and sell. So if someone clones their property and sells, there is a problem. You can't cover because the foreign guy have taken the money and run away. So unless you can get the guy, if you don't get him, who do you hold?
Okay.
Now, but if you are buying from a company that's registered and has office address and a narrator, when the property goes bad or when the deal goes bad, you have people to hold and also
Okay.
traceable to account. That's why also you don't pay to a relator's account or pay cash to anybody. You pay to the company's account that is
Directly.
traceable directly. Don't give cash to anybody or don't pay to any relator's account. Pay to the company that owns the property directly to the company's account.
Okay. Okay.
In
Fantastic.
that case, you are 50-50 secured.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course,
Fantastic.
this is quite different from also somebody who's buying from on the street. You buy those one on the street, okay? Maybe Mr. A close Mr. B's papers to come and sell to you. It's only when you get Mr. B that you can get the money back. So that's the danger of buying without knowing who you are buying from.
Yeah. And some persons are so, in a city like Lagos where there are so many real estate companies and there's so many products, and some persons are so emotionally moved, and when they don't even have the time to verify, they just see it and they feel like, oh, this is a good deal, let me buy. Now, um, it's important that this goes out, because there's a lot of mistakes that can be avoided. And I'm happy that you've just touched on this. Now, in the aspect of now the document process, what should you get if you're buying land? What are the documents that you should ensure you have? And then you're sure that, yes, because I saw somewhere that, look, you buying a paying is not doesn't mean you have that property yet. So if I paid for a property, what documents should I get that will say, okay, yes, I have the property?
Now, listen very carefully. You need to get receipt of payment. You need to get contract of sale. You need to
Okay.
get importantly, you need to get deed of assignment. But look at the important thing. Deed of assignment must carry the survey, the coordinate of the land.
Yeah.
Deed of assignment must carry the coordinate of the plot of land. If not, it's not complete deed. Now I can
Yeah.
tell you that most deeds fly without this component.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at that deed, they didn't put the coordinate of the land in question. It's a problem. A complete deed assignment should carry the survey of the plot in question. either
Yeah.
physically or the numbers on it.
Yeah.
And also have the part that shows governance consent, where the governor will sign or attorney of the state will sign. It has to be there.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
it has to be undated.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
And so these are the basic things you need to get when they are doing when they're buying a land. Now, if in Lagos is a deed of assignment, some states call it deed of conveyance, some states call it there are different names, but in Lagos we know it as deed of assignment.
Okay. Okay.
These are the things you
Okay.
need to get.
Okay. Okay. Oh wow. So Mrs. Essen, do you have a question for your audio is not coming on. Seems your audio is having issues.
Is it me?
No, no, not you.
Okay.
Okay, while she's fixing our audio, I want to ask you the final question. Thank you again so much for your time. Now, uh, real estate is exploding in Lagos, and the interesting thing is some people are still skeptical. Can you tell us what the projections are now for investment in Lagos? We know about what's going on and in Ekpe and Ibejuleki and all these axes. Now, can you help our audience understand why they should uh, key into Lagos real estate uh, now before it becomes uh, too expensive, basically?
Of course, without saying, Ibejuleki Ebe is going to be a boom. There's a market going to boom. And I want to narrow it down. If you call call it Bejuleki, I want to give them one name. I'm going to give them New Lagos.
New Lagos, yeah.
New Lagos. Because if you go that stretch, go to Lagos, on the right side of New Lagos is the ocean, which has a refinery, which also has the dressing port, okay?
Yeah.
The other private jets along that side. Now, on the left side is where you have the lagoon, okay,
Okay.
which having the Alero City, which is also a free zone. Also
Yeah.
have the airport, the international airport. So I want to say, as New Lagos, anywhere you're buying, either from a Bay of Ibejuleki, we are buying into gold. That's the truth. And the best time to buy is now, not tomorrow, not even yes. The best time is now because it can only go higher. I tell you, it can only go high. And I can tell you for free what will happen on the left side and what will happen on the right side.
Please share with us quickly. Yeah.
Now, on the left side, which is at the airport side, you begin to buy properties now you're able to buy properties for hotel business there.
Yeah.
Okay? Because that airport promised to visit of a 5 million people per annum when it's operational. So hospitality business is going to thrive there. Okay. Also,
Yeah.
now also because of what's happening at Alaro City, as we speak, there are more than 50 companies operational at Alaro City now. People don't even know what's happening there. Oh, yeah, they investigate. They are operational now. Foreign companies, because of the benefits of a free trade zone, they're already working there. Now, of course, if you go to the right side of it, which is the refinery side and the transport side, they are still to do bonded terminals. Now, this is the biggest transport in the whole of West Africa.
Wow.
Most of the ships that cannot bet in Apapa will bet in there. So there's still for warehousing, and they pay in dollars. And people are sleeping on it. So no one said the best time to buy is now because when there's a rush, price will also jump and
We
triple.
go up.
Now let me tell you the fact. I have sold a land in the refinery side last year for 25 million per plot. The same land now, close to that one, is going for 50 now. At the time, the man doesn't want to stay because you know that when there's pressure, when demand is high, price goes up.
Price goes up. Yeah.
As I tell you, the more people get to be aware of the refinery and the seaport and filter zone, the more they come to buy. And the more they come, the more price goes up also. And land that's in limited quantity, it's not much. Limited.
Mm.
Okay. So what I say that the best times to buy land in the new Lagos is now. If you
Now.
don't come buy it now, you may not be able to get it again. Just like what
Mm.
happened in years back when VGC was there for ₦1 million, you didn't buy. Okay, I remember a friend of mine bought in Lekki Phase One at 1,900,000 per plot. Lekki Phase One. Now
Mm.
you can't get it out for 150 million naira.
Wow.
That's what's happening, and nothing drove to those areas. Now you have something that's driving the new Lagos. A lot of things are driving in Lagos. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so and that's it. That's it. The truth of the matter is that it's a good mine that people have not seen, but those who have seen have
Yeah.
been buying it there. The area we need to key in the better for us, because this is the area to make new billionaires in real estate in Nigeria from real estate investment. It will do
Wow.
that.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so
Of course,
much.
of course, real estate is the only place that your wealth can be hedged. Inflation cannot touch it.
Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't touch it. So
Mm-hmm.
it can make up.
That's true, because when you have look at what's going on in Nigeria today, the rate of inflation has gone up. Um, you know, the dollar exchange and all that has gone up. It's important that people understand what you have now as money, cash in the bank. If it's not invested in real assets, right? The value, especially in a country like Nigeria, value keeps depreciating. But if that money is put in a property, you're waging, like what he said was that you're waging that money on a real asset that does not depreciate. So it makes the funds that you've put in there, you know, go appreciate because it's invested in property. And that is a very, very interesting thing to know. And I hope that for those of us who are watching and you've not already come on board into real estate investing, you can do it. You just need to make that decision, and then you would have access to the help and guidance that you need. All right. Miss Essien, your final question. Yeah. You say? Oh, we can't hear you. I think network has been terrible from your end. Oh, network. So sorry about that, but it's fine. Uh, thank you so much again for being here, sir. What will be your final words to our audience for those who are going to watch this video later on? What would be your final charge as against investing in real estate? Because for people who are really they're passionate, they want to invest, but it seems like it's too expensive. How can I afford it? It's going up. What would you say can be the guide they can take, the steps they can take to actually being able to invest in real estate? And you could just round up with that, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So my charge first go to realtors.
Okay.
Um, integrity is the watchword.
Yeah.
Tell their clients the way the land is. Okay.
Okay.
Don't paint it. It is swampy. It is dry. It is meshy. It is forest. Tell them the way it is. Especially for those who are
Yeah.
investors. Don't lie to them. Tell them the way the land is. After all, every city was once a forest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tell them the way it is and the way it's going to be in the future. Let them know.
Yeah.
And for investors, I tell you, the best time to have bought a property was 20 years ago. The next best time is now.
Mm.
And the only bad time to buy a property is tomorrow.
Mm.
Today is the best time to buy property. Okay? And the key in Ibechileki, I keep saying it. I keep singing like a song. Don't
Yeah.
waste the time.
Time.
If you can't pay outright, there are people that sell installment. Key with
Yeah.
each other and stretches over 6 months or 1 year. And the
Yeah.
good thing of it, a land you're buying now for 2 million naira and paying 300,000. Before you finish, the land has gone to 5 million naira. Maybe you're paying
Oh,
only 3 million. So you are going buying into value already. So
yeah.
don't wait until you have the whole cash to pay in. No, start with what you have from where you are and begin to invest. And
All
I
right.
guarantee you get maximum return in investment.
Wow. Thank you. You've heard it all. The CEO, founder of O2 Realtors, has been so fantastic tonight. Has shared with us you don't have to have all the money. You're buying into value. I like that statement, and uh, take advantage of this. Thank you so much, sir. Let me allow you run for
Thank you.
spending your time with us and sharing this much value with us. Would really, really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Amir and Esia.
Thank you. Bye, sir. All right. So that was our first guest for today, Mr. Jasper. He has just shared with us his experience and also some of the guides that we should take when you're investing in real estate. It doesn't matter where you are, everyone can own a piece of real estate. Everyone deserves to have a piece. If I read somewhere that you are not wealthy until you have a piece of earth to your name. All right. You're not wealthy until you have a piece of earth to your name. Because true wealth is not the cash in the bank. True wealth is not how much you earn. Some people boast about how much they earn. But true wealth is how much of value you can put into an asset that always appreciates, and also how much of that value can you give back to your children, can you inherit, can you pass on to generations to come. All right, my grandfather built a house way back in 1960 something, right there in Uyo, in where my home state. And yeah, in Uyo. And up to today, that particular house, he built about three houses. There's one in Uyo, that's the one I'm referencing. That one particularly, till now, this is someone who has passed on since 2010 or so. Till now, that property still earns about 500, 600,000 naira every year to my father that inherited the property. That is a legacy. That is real legacy, because this is someone who, through his activity, his actions, he thought it wise to say, you know what, I'm going to build something so that my children can inherit. That is true wealth. All right, that is true wealth. And that is what everyone here should strive for, regardless of where you are currently. Okay, it doesn't matter where you are, you can become someone who has real estate through, first of all, attending conferences like this, and then getting your mind charged up to actually take the steps. All right. If you start saving from the little you're earning and then you put a portion of it into a particular fund that eventually, when it becomes good enough for a down payment for a property, you put that in there, you'll find out that you've just taken the step. And once you take that step, you would not you would always want to continue, and then of course you'll start reaping the reward. All right. So we are expecting our second guest, who should be here live already. I'm just going to send him a message, and then we'll continue. All right. So this whole conference is put together to really, really educate those of us who are interested in real estate investing, to show you the ropes. Yesterday, we looked extensively into documentation. We talked about the different documents from the Gazette, the the C of O, the government consent, the excision, right? We talked about all of these documents and what they mean and what they represent. And then we had Monica really extensively share on that. And then we had a session where we explained on how to get started. Mr. Paul Olajide talked to us about how he got into real estate investing. So you would find those past videos from the replay on this channel. If you're watching on YouTube, you will get to have access to the replay, and then you can pick 18 or 2 from there. So while we're expecting our second guest, I would like for you to engage on the comment. What has been the lessons you've learned from these sessions? How are you viewing yourself in the real estate industry? How would you describe what your plan will be? Okay, have you taken a decision yet to become an avid real estate investor? Have you decided that you're going to become an investor? And if you have, let me see your response in the comments. Now, it is not difficult, as some people, uh, as our speakers have made us understand. It is not difficult. It just takes a mindset shift. Once you have your mindset is aligned to actually becoming a real estate investor, you can become one. And if you did not register for this conference, please, I urge you to register. Go back to watch the phenomenalprojects.com and just register, because we are going to be helping those who are registered have access to key informations that they can use to become not just sellers or realtors, but active investors. Active investors. All right. Information is very important in real estate. I came to understand this very recently. Right, information can actually help you position yourself to become an investor, and then also become someone who can start out as a realtor, and then you become a player in the industry, because you might, oh, I don't have the funds, but you can also start out as a realtor. Being a realtor makes you understand the business, makes you understand the industry, and then also positions you to get information fast. So if you've not signed up, go to phenomenalprojects.com and sign up. We are having a special um, mentorship for those who will sign up towards helping you becoming a real estate investor. All right, helping you becoming a real estate investor, because it's very important you become one, and we're gonna have a timeline to becoming one. So I'm gonna read through the comments and see what some of us have written down. Uh, Value appreciates even while you are still paying on installments. Yes, that is what we just learned from Mr. Jasper. You don't have to have the full entire money, because sometimes people see, oh, this land is 10 million, this land is 20 million, or this property, this building, how can I invest? I don't have 10 million. There are various plans that can help you pay in installments, and then the beautiful thing is you are paying into value. You're not paying, and you're going to pay the amount that you've set to pay for that property, but if you come back in another 3 6 months, you find out that it has appreciated, and then you're paid into the value that has appreciated. So before you finish paying, your money must have doubled already. So that is what is obtainable in real estate, and only real estate can give you this kind of return, honestly, especially when you are looking at emerging communities like what we have here in Lagos. There's so many emerging communities because of what is going on in some of this environment. This burst of infrastructural development, and there's so many things happening, and this has made these communities, emerging communities, also appreciate in the value of their property. So these informations are only available to those who are in the value chain, who are participators in the industry. So I want to urge every one of us here to register. Okay, you will see phenomenalprojects.com. It's 2 words, and then you register. The registration link will be taken up very soon, and once you register, you have access to our mentorship, and you have access to community where you will then be guided appropriately to become an investor, or also to become a successful realtor. So Isaiah here says that I learned that buying or investing in real estate is now and not tomorrow. Fantastic. That is correct, because you don't want to, delay the process, and it becomes too difficult for you to key in it at the long run. So investing now is the way to go. about it. Okay, so thank you all for the feedback that we have gotten so far. Um, our second guest is running late. He's probably in traffic or so, and I'll just wait for another 5 minutes to see if he could join us, and we would end tonight's session. All right. So it's been a very exciting 2 days. I want us to go back to watch day one, day two. For those who are watching this after the live, do well to go back and watch uh, the entire thing, and then also make sure you sign up and be a part of the community and the support and the mentorship, rather, so that you could get access to the informations about real estate that will help you become successful in real estate. Okay, so I think I will just have to close the meeting here. We'll probably do a recording with the guests, the second guest, and then share with some of us much later. So thank you everyone for staying till this time. It's been a fantastic 2 days. If you've not registered, I say that again, ensure you register. If you're watching the replay, ensure you register Phenomenal Project so that you will get access to the mail we'll be sending and also the information about the mentorship. If you really, really want to take your real estate game to the next level, if you want to be a part of the boom that is happening in real estate, then you should register and be a part of it so that you can have access to the right information that will help you. So thank you everyone for watching. If you have questions, check your mail. You'll see a mail that I sent. Do a reply to that mail with your questions and you will get answers from me directly. All right, it's been a pleasure hosting this event. Network glitches here and there, but it still came out well. And I want to appreciate all our speakers again, from Monica to Mr. Paul to um, our guest today, Mr. Jasper. Thank you all for being a part of this. We're going to do this every month. So watch out for the next episode. That will happen sometime in March. And also watch out from several of the things that we're going to be doing around the Phenomenal Projects brand. Okay, my name is Ayo Essian, and I wish you all a fantastic week. Thank you for being here. Good night, and God bless you. Bye bye.